3 worst and 4 best BMW X-Series models to own in 2026. One BMW X-Series costs $161,000 and will bankrupt you after warranty. Another costs $67,000 and owners drive them past 200,000 miles. 3 traps, 4 legends, Consumer Reports, real owner repair bills. This is your survival guide. Worst first. Worst number 3, BMW XM, every year, every trim. 738 horsepower plug-in hybrid V8. Sounds amazing, right? It's not. Stiff ride, polarizing design, 12 miles per gallon combined, and a $161,000 price tag that makes 0 sense when the X5M does everything better for $40,000 less. Car and Driver ranked it last in its class. Here's what you're actually buying. S68 twin-turbo V8 plus electric motor, 738 horses, 738 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. But the ride, reviewers called it too stiff to be luxurious, not refined enough to be truly sporty. EPA rating, 12 city, 17 highway, about 31 electric miles, AC charging, 11 kilowatts. And here's the real problem. The X5M and X7M 60i both outperform it, cost $40,000 to $50,000 less, and make way more sense. BMW blog put it bluntly: better value and better flying dynamics in the X5M. Retail price for 2026, $161,150 for the label trim. Key takeaway: this is a halo car with no halo. Skip the hype. This is a depreciation disaster wrapped in a confused personality. And number 2, it looks safe for the first 40,000 miles until the repair bills start stacking. Worst number 2, any X5, X6, or X7 with the N63 V8, especially older generations. E70, E71, early F15. These are the years that haunt BMW forums. Here's what's under the hood. N63 twin-turbo V8, 400 to 445 horsepower, depending on the year. Sounds glorious. Pulls like a freight train, and then the bills start. Timing chain wear, engine out job, $4,000 to $6,000. Valve stem seals, oil consumption nightmares. Turbos heat-soaked in the valley, another $3,000 to $5,000. Air suspension, $3,000 to $6,000 for full corners. And it's not just the engine. The E70 generation had FlexRay electronics gremlins, tailgate water ingress, brittle coolant hoses, and fuel module odors. Consumer Reports ranked BMW number 5 in new car reliability, but that's new cars. Post-warranty V8 X-Series, different story. Retail price used, $15,000 to $40,000 depending on year and miles. Rule of thumb, if you want V8 drama, lease an M60i or X5M and return it before the heavy wear. Do not buy an N63 powered X-Series out of warranty unless you have a $10,000 repair fund sitting in your garage. Post your year, miles, and biggest N63 repair bill in the comments. Best documented story gets pinned. Number 1 on the worst list? It's cheap right now. And that's exactly the problem. Worst number 1, X5 years 2011, 2013, and 2015, regardless of engine. These are the money pits. 2011 and 2013, late E70 generation. Yes, the N63 V8 is a nightmare here, but even the diesels had emissions faults, and every trim suffered from air suspension failures, electronics gremlins, and transfer case issues. 2015, early F15 generation, elevated reports of engine problems, electronics, drivetrain, and suspension failures across the board. Here's what happens. You find a 2013 X5 for $18,000. Looks clean, drives smooth. Maybe it's not even a V8, so you think you're safe. Surprise, then the transfer case fails, $3,500. Then the air suspension bags blow, $2,500. Then, if it is a V8, the N63 timing chain starts rattling, $5,000. You're now $11,000 into a car you paid $18,000 for. Safer years to buy used: 2016, 2018, late F15, and 2021, and later G05 mid-build or later. Why 2021 and later? Early 2019 G05 models had transfer case failures. Target mid to late 2020 builds or later, or verify the transfer case was replaced under warranty. Retail price used, problem years, $12,000 to $25,000. Remember, these years are cheap for a reason. walk away. You're not getting a deal, you're buying someone else's repair bills. No matter what engine it has, post the worst X5 repair bill you've seen. We'll pin the most painful one. Okay, enough doom and gloom. Let's look at the X-Series models that actually deliver long-term happiness. If you're loving this buyer's guide, hit the like button and subscribe. We do deep dives like this every week so you don't buy the wrong car. Now the legends. Best number 4, BMW X1, late F, 48 generation, and current U11. If you want BMW feel without X5 bills, this is your answer. What's under the hood? B48 turbocharged 2.0-liter four-cylinder, 241 horsepower in the current S-Drive, 28i and X-Drive 28i, 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds. Electronically limited to 130 miles per hour. Why it works? Simpler. Fewer expensive systems than the X5 or X7. Lighter, easier on brakes, tires, suspension. B48 engine. Proven, robust, shared with the 3 Series and 5 Series. Lower running costs, no air suspension complexity, no V8 heat management drama. What to watch? Like all modern BMWs, software gremlins are possible. Keep service history tight. Water pump and thermostat around 100,000 miles, $800 to $1,500. Valve cover gasket seepage, common, not catastrophic. Retail price 2026 new, $42,800 to $51,900. Used late F, 48, 2020 to 2022, $28,000 to $38,000. Bottom line, this is the X-Series for people who want the badge, the driving feel, and the practicality without the X5's repair anxiety. X1 or X3, post your pick and why. Number 3 is the green choice, and it's smarter than most people think. Best number 3, BMW X5 X Drive 50e, the plug-in hybrid. Same X5 comfort, same X5 space, but with 39 miles of electric range and a way lower fuel bill, if you can charge at home. What's under the hood? Turbocharged inline-6 plus an electric motor. Combined output varies by generation, but the current model delivers 483 horsepower in the 50e, 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds. Top speed electronically limited to 130 miles per hour. EPA electric range, 39 miles. Combined MPG, strong efficiency if you charge daily. Why it works? Real EV range. 39 miles covers most daily commutes. Same X5 excellence. Whisper quiet cabin. All-day comfortable seats. Top-tier ADAS with adaptive cruise, lane centering, and auto lane change. 2025 and later. Lower total cost if you charge at home and rarely buy gas. What to watch? Added complexity. Battery. Charging system. High voltage components. Curb weight. Heavier than the 40-hour yard. Service history is critical. Verify HV battery health and charging system function as it ages. Retail price 2026 new, $73,800 base, used 2021 to 2023, $55,000 to $70,000. Key takeaway: if you charge at home, drive mostly local, and want X5 luxury without the gas bills, the 50e is brilliant. If you can't charge regularly, buy the 40i instead. Would you buy a plug-in hybrid X5? Yes, no, or only if I can charge at home? Number 2, most buyers stretch for the V8. The smart ones quietly buy number 2 and never look back. Best number 2, BMW X3M 40i, G01, 2018 to 2024, and X3M 50X Drive, G45, 2025 to 2026. This is the sweet spot. Near M performance, half the running cost. What's under the hood? B58 turbocharged inline-6, 382 horsepower in the M40i, 393 in the M50, 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. Electronically limited to 155 miles per hour. Why it works? B58 reliability. This engine is legendary. Shared with the Toyota Supra, real-world owners report 150,000 to 200,000 miles with maintenance. ZF 8-speed automatic, bulletproof transmission, sharp handling, taut, agile, practical. Lower complexity than the full X3M. No S58 high-strung maintenance schedule. Performance, Consumer Reports tested the X3 at 29 miles per gallon overall in the 30X Drive mild hybrid. The M40i and M50 will be slightly lower, but still efficient for the power. Tech, iDrive 9 in the 2025 and later G45. Augmented reality navigation in the head-up display. Modern ADAS suite. What to watch? Water pump and thermostat around 100,000 miles, $800 to $1,500. Valve cover gasket seepage, common B58 quirk. ZF8 transmission fluid service at 60,000 to 80,000 miles, despite lifetime claims. If shopping older than G01, watch for N20 timing chain issues on earlier F25 or F30 era models. Retail price 2026 new, $50,900 to $65,900. Used G01 M40i 2019 to 2023, $38,000 to $52,000. Remember, if you want compact, quick, and reliable, this is the X-Series to own. It's the thinking person's M car. X3 M40i or full X3M, post your pick and why. And number one, after $161,000 mistakes, timing chain nightmares, and air suspension bills, this is the BMW that finally gets it right. Best number one, BMW X5 Drive 40i, G05 generation, 2019 to 2026. This is the one. The benchmark blend of reliability, comfort, and performance. What's under the hood? B58 turbocharged inline six, 335 to 375 horsepower, depending on the year. 0 to 60 in about 5.3 seconds. Electronically limited to 130 miles per hour. Why it wins? B58 plus ZF8, the most reliable powertrain combo BMW makes. Real-world owners report 150,000 to 200,000 miles with proper maintenance. Outstanding ride quality. Consumer Reports called it comfortable and impressively steady with a whisper-quiet cabin. Seats are all-day comfortable, heated, ventilated, and available with massage. Top-tier ADAS, adaptive cruise control, lane centering, and auto lane change via iGlance. 2025 and later. Strong resale versus rivals. Better depreciation curve than most luxury SUVs. Tech, iDrive 8 or 8.5 with curved display. Optional augmented reality navigation. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Wi-Fi hotspot. Fuel economy. Prior generation rated at 23 miles per gallon overall by Consumer Reports. What to watch? Water pump and thermostat around 100,000 miles, $800 to $1,500. Valve cover gasket seepage, common, not catastrophic. ZF8 transmission fluid service at 60,000 to 80,000 miles. Early 2019 G05 models had transfer case failures. Target mid to late 2020 builds or verify warranty replacement. Skip the V8s. The N63 V8s, X5 M50i, X5M, are faster, but their complexity and cost nightmares post-warranty. The 40i is the sweet spot. Retail price 2026 new. The X5 range starts at $67,600 for the 40 or I and goes up to $129,700. Used 2020 to 2023 41 or I, $48,000 to $65,000. Bottom line, if you want one X-Series to own past warranty, this is it. The 40i is the smartest buy in the entire lineup. X5 40i or X5 50e? Post your pick and why. All right, if you're actually shopping, this next part matters. Here's your cheat sheet. Air suspension. If the X5 or X7 you're looking at has air suspension, budget $3,000 to $6,000 for eventual replacement. Inspect for leaks, sagging, and compressor noise. If you're buying long-term, avoid air suspension unless you absolutely need it. Safe engines, B58 inline 6, X5 40i, X3 M40i, M50, X5 50e. Legendary reliability, B48 2.0 liter Turbo 4 X1. Proven, robust, simple. Engines to avoid, N63 V8, older X5, X6, X7. Timing chain, valve stem seals, turbo heat, oil consumption, N24 cylinder, early X3 F25. Timing chain issues, years to avoid, X5, 2011, 2013, 2015. Early 2019 G05 X5 transfer case, years to buy X5, 2016, 2018 late, F15, 2020, and later G05 mid-build or later, X3, 2019 and later, G01M40i, 2025 and later G45 M50, X1 2020 and later late F48, 2023 and later U11. Paperwork and PPI, verify service history, oil changes every 7,500 to 10,000 miles with the correct spec. ZF8 transmission fluid should be changed at 60,000 to 80,000 miles. Get a pre-purchase inspection from a BMW specialist or independent shop that knows these engines. Check for software updates and recalls. Warranty strategy. If buying used, budget for an extended warranty or a $3,000 to $5,000 repair fund. If buying new, lease the V8 models, M60i, X5M, X6M, and return them before heavy wear. If buying to own past 100,000 miles, stick with the B5840i or M40i. Hammerline, if you ignore everything else, remember this. Never buy an X-Series without understanding the engine code and the suspension type. Those two things will determine whether you drive in peace or live at the dealership. All right, let's wrap this up. Here's the recap. 3 traps. XM, $161,000, depreciation disaster with a confused personality. NN63, V8 X5, X6, X7, engine out nightmares and air suspension bills. X5 years 2011, 2013, 2015, cheap for a reason, no matter what engine. 4 legends, X1 simple, light, affordable, reliable. X550E, 39 miles of EV range, same X5 comfort. X3 M40i, M50, near M performance, B58 reliability. X540i, the benchmark, the one that never dies. Now your turn. Post your X-Series year, mileage, and biggest repair bill in the comments. Best documented story gets pinned. And here's the big one. X540i or X550e, X3M40i or full X3M. Drop your pick and why. If this buyer's guide saved you from a bad purchase, hit the like button. We do deep dives like this every week, so you don't buy the wrong car. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't buy the wrong BMW.